Hi guys, it's Crystal with Design Bundles. Today I have a super exciting project. We are going to sublimate a Unisub key hanger with our Cricut Easy Press. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off with the design I used for today's project. It is a super cute This Is Us. So this is currently 1+ credit. So I'm going to go ahead and open up DesignScape, which is free if you guys are a Plus member. So I'm going to go ahead and hit File, New, and I'm just going to go ahead and choose a paper size, like 8.5 by 11. So this is just going to be a letter size. So I just want a blank canvas. I don't want to do anything by a particular size or anything. All right, so I'm going to hit Letter, hit Create, and now I'm ready to bring in my design. So basically with this, the only thing I'm needing to do is mirror this. So I've brought it in here. Now I need to go to Image, and then I'm going to go to Transform, and then I'm going to flip horizontally. Then all I needed to do is go here, click PNG, and it's going to jump to my computer, double click here, and then I'm going to choose my settings. I've got it ready to go. Everything looks good, and I'm going to hit print. This was just perfectly the right size I need for like an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So as you guys can see, this is a Unisub key hanger blank. This is very thick. This is MDF board, and then it's got your holes here, all of your little, key hooks there, and then it's got a pink cover. That's going to protect your surface from any scratches during shipment. All right, so as you guys can see, here's my printed out design. Everything looks good. And then I've got 2 pieces of parchment paper, my Cricut heating pad. I've got my Cricut Easy Press. I'm using the bigger one today, 400 degrees for 90 seconds. So for this project, you're going to need some extra time. So it went from 60 seconds to 90 seconds. Now you can use heat resistant tape or adhesive spray, and I'm going to use adhesive spray, but I kind of wish for this project I would have actually used some tape as well, because I did get some ghosting, which you guys will see. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is just trim this down just so it's a lot easier to see exactly where it's going on my board here. You definitely don't have to do this. It's really simple, but to me, I'm wanting to avoid the keyholes per se, and I've designed this to be towards the top of this key hanger. So I think this design was absolutely perfect for this. Now we've got lots of stuff that you guys could actually do for a door hanger for, keys per se, but I thought this was just absolutely perfect. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and line this up just to double check everything, make sure everything's where I want it to be, avoiding those holes. And then the very next thing you want to do is peel off this pink layer. Now, I don't know if you guys ever knew, but the layers mean different things. So for example, there may be a clear layer, there may be a yellow layer, and there may be a pink layer. Usually the yellow indicates that it can be something that is outside. The pink is going to indicate that it's something for inside of the home. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. What I'm trying to do is avoid touching the surface so I don't get any oils or anything. So I don't need to worry about cleaning this because it was clean with that. Anytime there is that coating on there, as long as you keep your hands off, you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and spray that off camera. That was the adhesive spray, just a nice thin coat. And then I'm going to line this up where I want it to be. Now, what I should have done was on each side, I should have taken a piece of tape and wrapped it around to the back. So I'm going to go ahead and smooth this out just because I was using the Cricut Easy Press. If I would have been using my heat press, I would not have been concerned. But with the bigger size of the Cricut Easy Press, it is kind of hard to maintain the even pressure and not move it. So I do highly recommend if you're using your Cricut Easy Press, add some tape as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of parchment paper down on my Cricut pad just to protect it, and then one on top. And so we are ready to go. So you want one hand on each side all the way down preferably, and then we're going to hit go. You want nice even pressure. You don't want to be on one side and not the other because you're going to get an inconsistent pressure. One thing that you can also do is kind of take your arms across the press. So instead of holding it right here in the middle, you could actually take both arms on each side and kind of hold down. So all the way across, your arms would be kind of holding down the pressure. And that would help because I think that's kind of what happened over in that right-hand corner. I don't think there was any shifting or anything like that. I think what happened in my case was there was not enough pressure over in that corner. So somehow I got a little bit uneven. Now, for the press that I currently have, so sometimes with a clamshell or, a swing away, these will not close. So this is a very thick substrate. So something like a Cricut Easy Press is perfect for stuff like this. So keep that in mind whenever you guys wonder, do I need a Cricut Easy Press with my heat press? Things like this work out really great. Now, there is heat presses that accommodate things like this, but mine in particular, I would have kind of had to hold it there, and it still wants to kind of angle it. It wouldn't have been super flat. So like I said, keep that in mind for when you choose a heat press. Will it be able to handle very thick substrates like this one? So once again, this is MDF board and this is Unisub. So I think these are really, really neat. There's lots of stuff with Unisub. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lift this up and move it out of our way. And then I'm going to go ahead and move my parchment paper here. And as you guys can see right away on the right-hand side, you notice you can see inconsistency with the ink coming through. That means I did not have enough pressure in that corner. So if I would have pushed both arms on each side, I would have been absolutely perfect. But to me, it's not enough to just discard this or, donate it. To me, I think it's still perfectly fine. That's what I love about something. If this was for sale, I definitely would have, had to keep it and then make another one because you wouldn't want to sell an item like this. Now, you could discount it if you wanted to. But for me, with homemade, stuff like this don't bother me because it makes it something a little extra special. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and twist these in. So I believe it came with 5 of these, so you're just going to quickly, twist these right in. The drill holes are already there, and they already provide you with these. Now, as you can see, like I said, with this particular design, I hope you guys really try this out. With this design, it just lines up with this absolutely perfect. It could not be any more perfect. And once again, if you guys are a Plus member, this design is only 1 Plus credit at this moment, and I'll have it linked down below. Now, I will also try to link you guys to one of these Unisub key holders so that way you guys could make one for yourself. But you can definitely check with all your local or online distributors that sell sublimation blanks and just type in a Unisub key hanger and it should pop right up for you. Now, like I said, this is a pretty standard size, so that 8.5 by 11 is perfect. You really just need it to be probably about 10.75 is what this was, and it was absolutely perfect. So as you guys can see it coming together here, it's really, really cute. And like I said, you guys can see how thick this material was, and we were able to sublimate on it. So I think this is definitely very modern, very farmhouse look. It's super cute. So here you have it. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in just a little bit so you guys can see. So you can see on the S, there was a little bit of a ghosting. You guys can see where it kind of spread there. But all the way on the right, basically, that did not get enough pressure is what happened. So there was basically a gap in that paper that kind of was letting out probably steam to come through there from that sublimation process. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.